Happy New Year, Club Elites. It's 2025 and it's our year to thrive. It's your girl, Angela. Ask yourself this question. What are you holding on to? What are you hiding? What won't you admit, even to yourself? Did someone hurt you last week, last year, or even years ago? Something you've never truly let go of. Think about it. Is there anger over words that cut too deep or actions that broke your trust? Do you feel heavy weight of guilt from a mistake you made but haven't forgiven yourself for it? Or maybe there's someone you avoid because being near them stirs up emotions that you'd rather ignore. Who comes to mind right now? And how has holding on to this pain, resentment, or guilt impacted your health, or your relationships, or even your peace of mind? It's time to stop carrying that weight. Are you ready to face it, release it, and finally reclaim your freedom? Today is your day to take a leap of faith. While you think about that, I'd like to take a moment to welcome everyone back into the Passionoy Clubhouse. It's the first video of 2025 and I'm excited, everyone. This is where ordinary stops and your best life begins. Every second here is a chance to unlock something bigger, something brighter, something bolder. Whether you're here to shake up your routine or take that leap of faith, I've got something for you today. Are you ready? Together, let's make it happen. Okay, let me ask you something that might hit close to home. If forgiveness has the power to transform lives, why do so many of us hesitate to embrace it? Think about it. How many of us are slowly and silently carrying wounds that have shaped the way we see ourselves, the way we trust others, and the way we live our lives? Imagine the freedom you could feel by letting go of those burdens today. What would it mean to forgive that person that hurt you? Or to forgive yourself for the mistakes you've made? In the Clubhouse session today, we're diving into the life-changing power of forgiveness with 14 actionable steps that could redefine your relationships, your health, your happiness. So here's my question for you. Who or what is holding you back from living your best life? And more importantly, what's stopping you from letting it go today? Now, we're ready for the power up. Let's not waste any time. Let's jump right in today on our personal journey. If you're feeling powered up and ready to make some moves, go ahead and hit that like button. Your support helps keep the love and happiness here in the Clubhouse. And that's the thing that really matters here to me the most, is to know that I'm doing the work for you and we're doing this together. So let's move forward into the pulse, which is the heartbeat of it all. All right, elites and VIPs, I'm so excited about 2025. I hope you are too. This is going to be the moment in the Clubhouse where we connect deeply and review a powerful message from the Passionoy Faceless channel. So hopefully you're already subscribers on that channel. This is where we take a video from that channel and review it here in the Clubhouse. This video is called The Power of Forgiveness, 14 Steps to Transform Your Life. But before we dive in, I need you to do something for me. Sit back, take a deep breath. I know life is busy. Our days are packed with noise, responsibilities, and distractions. But this time is for you. Let's set aside everything else just for these moments together, because forgiveness, true forgiveness, is one of the most powerful acts you can embrace. yet it's one that we often avoid. So I want you to think about this. Who in your life, past or present, has left you with pain that you're still holding on to? Was it an ex-boyfriend or an ex-wife that broke your heart? A parent who wasn't there when you needed them the most? A boss who treated you unfairly? Or a friend who betrayed your trust? Maybe it was something from school, words, or actions that still sting when you think about them. Or maybe the person you need to forgive is yourself. This is your moment to pause and reflect. Who comes to mind? What memory stirs in your heart as I say these words? Now, I know this can be heavy, but let's walk through this together. The 14 steps in today's video aren't just about understanding forgiveness. They're about reclaiming your freedom, your peace, and your joy. So let's dive in. Number 1, acknowledge the hurt. Begin by recognizing the pain and its impact. You can't heal if you won't face it. Number 2, understand the impact. Reflect on how this has shaped your emotions, your behavior, and your life. Number 3, practice self-forgiveness. Release yourself from the weight of guilt and shame. Number 4, decide to forgive. Choose to let go, not for them, for you. Number 5, empathize with the offender. Seek understanding, not justification, for their actions. Number 6, forgive others. Break free from the cycle of bitterness and anger. Number 7, release negative emotions. Let go of resentment and replace it with peace. Number 8, communicate forgiveness. Whether in person, in writing, or in your heart, express your decision. Number 9, seek closure. Create rituals or practices that symbolize a fresh start. Number 10, maintain boundaries. Protect your peace and prioritize your well-being. 11, recognize misconceptions. Forgiveness is not weakness, it's strength. 12, use practical tools. Journaling, meditation, and counseling can guide you. And starting here in the clubhouse is the first step. And we got number 13, reflect on scripture. Draw inspiration and strength from God's word. Number 14, identify the need to forgive. Be honest with yourself. Who or what still holds power over your heart? Every one of these steps is an opportunity to heal, to grow, and to move forward. As we explore these together, I encourage you to reflect deeply and take notes. Okay, this isn't just a lesson or just another video. This is your time for transformation. And it's time now. No more waiting for anything to happen. Let's walk through this journey of forgiveness together and discover the freedom and peace that comes with letting go. Hospice nurses often report that one of the top regrets of the dying is holding on to anger, bitterness, and unresolved pain. If today were your last day, would you regret not forgiving someone or even yourself? It's transformation time, so let's dig deeper and move into the clubhouse heart. Okay, forgiveness is often easier said than done, especially when it comes to forgiving ourselves. Let me share a personal story with you today. when I had to confront the truth in my own life. When I was 27 years old, I thought I found the love of my life. It felt like a movie moment. We had mutual admiration for one another, intense connection. We spent endless time together. I believed I had finally met the one who loved me as much as I loved him. But 6 months in, I discovered the devastating truth that he was married. At first, I was heartbroken and confused. Devastated would be the words. He promised he was separated and divorcing his wife, and I wanted to believe him. But as time went on, I learned that his words were empty, and the situation was far more complicated than I understood. Despite my intentions and naivety, I found myself in a situation I never wanted to be in. A situation that hurt to the core, not just me, but another woman. Looking back, I wish I had the wisdom and the strength to walk away the moment I heard the truth. But I didn't. I stayed much longer than I should have, and it led to pain for myself, for her, and for everyone involved. For a long time, I beat myself up about this. I always have been a woman of faith, someone who respects love and relationships, and I honor marriage and make it a point to never cross those boundaries. Honestly, I don't play games even with people in relationships. I don't pay attention to men who are trying to get my attention, especially when they're with their woman. I don't talk to men who have a woman. However, knowing I had unintentionally hurt someone, it went against everything I stood for, and forgiving myself felt almost impossible. But through prayer, self-reflection, and God's guidance, I was able to let go of the guilt. I forgave him for the lies and the betrayal, and most importantly, I forgave myself for the role I played in it. I've learned from it, grown from it, and I moved forward. And with a full heart of lessons and thanks to God's grace. So to the woman involved, if she were ever to hear this, I would offer my deepest, most sincerest apology. Hurting her was never my intention, and I pray for her happiness and healing. And on a silver lining note, they ended up getting back together and being together, and that made me feel so much better because I was young and just believed the lies. So anyway, the journey taught me that forgiveness isn't just about others, it's about setting ourselves free. Today I'm blessed to be with the true love of my life, someone who is made for me as I am made for him. God's plan led me here in Cary where he lives, and I couldn't be more grateful. So if you're carrying guilt, regret, or pain, whether it's for forgiving someone who hurt you or forgiving yourself, I want you to know that healing is possible. Forgiveness is the key to moving forward and living the life that God has in store for you. Okay, MVPs, let me share a little Angela fun fact. Okay, so during COVID pandemic, when the world shut down and everything we thought was certain became uncertain, I decided to use that time to prepare for the unexpected. So COVID was such a one-off situation, something that none of us ever imagined happening here in the U.S. anyway. And it made me realize that if life could throw us something that unimaginable, I never wanted to be in a situation where I wasn't prepared to protect myself or my family, especially since I have 2 minor children. So I took a concealed carry class, earned my CCW license, and made it a priority to equip myself for any unpredictable situations. Now, I didn't carry my firearm and don't plan on it. Not being in fear, but I just wanted to be prepared for anything unexpected was my goal. But here's the fun part. when I was finally able to get out and go to the gun range, I discovered that it wasn't just about protection. It's a lot of fun to shoot a gun. And safety, of course. I'm a bit of a tomboy at heart, so learning this new skill felt empowering and exciting. And it was something totally different, and it gave me a great way to shake off that cabin fever we all felt being locked up in the pandemic. So it's all about safety, of course. And it was fun to do, and I enjoyed it for that time. I haven't been to the gun range in a while, but I just didn't want to be that woman where if something happened in the world, which we know things have happened and are still happening, that if there was a gun on the ground, I would not know what to do with it. And it was me protecting my family. So I'm glad I was able to have that opportunity. So that's my fun fact, a mix of preparedness, protection, and finding joy in something I never expected. And just like that experience taught me to embrace that unexpected, let's move into today's Live Your Best Life Challenge, because life is full of surprises, and it's all about how we prepare and grow from them. All right, Club Elites and VIPs, it's time for the Live Your Best Life Challenge. You ready? Okay, so forgiveness is no small task. I know how heavy it can feel to take that first step. That's why today we're going to focus on forgiving others, because holding on to resentment, anger, or hurt can weigh down your heart, your mind, and even your spirit. We're going to walk through 7 powerful steps that can help you start releasing that burden right here, right now. Don't worry, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to do everything all at once, but every small action counts. And that's what matters here in the clubhouse. So grab you a pen or paper, or just take a quiet moment to reflect as we go through these steps together. Let's dive in. So step number 1, acknowledge the hurt. First, think about someone who hurt you. It might be a recent situation or something from years ago. Write down what happened and how it made you feel. Don't hold back. This is your safe space to be honest. Acknowledging the hurt is the first step to healing. Step number 2, understand the impact. Next, ask yourself, how has this situation affected me? Has it shaped how I trust people, how I see myself? Take a moment to reflect on the emotional, mental, and even physical impact. Write down one way this hurt has changed your life. Awareness is key to moving forward. Step number 3, decide to forgive. That's a big one. And it's personal. Are you ready to let go? Forgiveness doesn't mean excusing what they did. It's about freeing yourself. Say this out loud or write it down. I choose to forgive blank, and that's where their name will go. Not for them, but for me. You are reclaiming your power. Step number 4, empathize with the offender. Now, this step can feel tricky, but stay with me on this. Ask yourself, what might have caused them to act this way? Empathy doesn't excuse their behavior, but it helps you soften the anger. Imagine the pain or fear they might have been carrying. Just seeing their humanity can begin to ease the weight on your heart. And just think, if you want someone to forgive you, you want them to feel that same way. Step number 5, communicate forgiveness. If it's safe and you're ready, consider how you might communicate forgiveness. Maybe it's through a letter you've never sent or may not ever send. Maybe it's a quiet moment where you speak to them straight from your heart. I forgive you. Say it now if you're ready. It's a start. It's a step towards closure. Step 6, release negative emotions. Take a deep breath with me. Now exhale slowly. Picture the anger or pain leaving your body as you breathe out. You can try this whenever those feelings creep back in. Breathing is a simple but powerful way to reclaim your peace. Step number 7, seek closure. Finally, create a moment of closure. It could be lighting a candle, saying a prayer, tearing up, or even tearing up the letter, or simply saying to yourself, I'm ready to move forward. Do whatever feels symbolic for you. Now take a moment to reflect on how this feels. Even if it's just the beginning, you're taking a powerful step towards forgiving and living your best life. And here's the thing, this isn't about rushing or forcing yourself. It's about planting the seeds of freedom and the seeds of healing. If you couldn't complete all the steps today, that's okay. You can come back to this challenge anytime you need. Forgiveness is a journey, not a sprint. Let me know in the comments how this exercise made you feel or what steps resonated with you the most. And remember, every step forward is a step towards your best life. Now that we've taken the first step in releasing the past, let's dive into the Angela's Coaching Corner to focus on forgiving yourself. Because if you can't show yourself grace, it's hard to share it with others. You ready? Okay, so the Wisdom Flow is the portion of the Clubhouse where we take the PDF from the original video on the Passionoy side, and you can print this out at any time. It doesn't have to be now. You can pause the video and get that on the Passionoy original video, or you can get it from the link. This video has the link too if you just want to follow along and you're dedicated and it's the new year and you're ready. If not, I'm going to do a breakdown of some of it today. We have the Wisdom Flow over here on the stands, so come with me. So in today's session, Club Elites and VIPs, we're diving into the incredible power of forgiveness. And I want to highlight a key resource from the Passionoy Faceless video. It's a heartfelt apology template. Because it's not easy to just come up with what to say. Sometimes you need somebody to help you with that, and that's what we're here for. So this template is all about you taking the first step towards healing a broken relationship or even mending your relationship with yourself. It's simple, it's actionable, and it's deeply meaningful. Now, one part of the PDF stands out as especially important. The 5 key points to crafting an effective apology. These aren't just steps, they're the foundation of reconciliation and personal growth. So let me break them down to you. So this is our PDF. I just printed it out here. Of course, like I said, we're just going to go over a few of the 5 things that's important. 1, acknowledge the hurt. Take responsibility and validate the other person's feelings. For example, you might say, I realize my words hurt you. I'm truly sorry. Number 2, take full responsibility. This is where you own your actions without excuses. It's not about defending yourself. It's about showing humility. Number 3, express sincere remorse. Let them see your heart. Words like, I deeply regret causing you pain. Show genuine care. Number 4, offer to make amends. Ask, what can I do to make this right? This shows your willingness to repair the damage and rebuild the trust. Number 5, invite an open conversation. Healing happens when both sides feel heard. This shows that you care and you care about the way they feel. So say something like, I really like to hear how you feel about this. Your perspective matters to me. Now, these 5 steps might seem small, but when done with sincerity, They can create a rippling effect of healing and understanding. Whether you use the exact wording from the template or adapt it to your situation, the key is to approach it with honesty and humility. So, actionable focus for today's wisdom flow. Here's what I want you to do. Okay? This is important. Number one, think of someone you need to apologize to. It could be someone you hurt, disappointed, or lost touch with. Number two, start with a draft. Write it out as if you were talking directly to them. Don't worry about perfection, just speak from the heart. 3, take the first step. Maybe you'll send it today, or maybe you'll need time to reflect, but commit to the process. Remember, forgiveness starts with courage, and a heartfelt apology is often the spark that begins the healing journey. Take a moment after this video to download the PDF, read through the template, and let it guide you towards a conversation that could change everything for you, for the better. Let's move forward now with clarity and purpose as we step into the next segment. This is going to be Angela's Coaching Corner. So Club Elites and VIPs, I thank you for being here. It was awesome to share the last 3 months with you. We have reached 3 months in the Clubhouse on January 3rd, 2025. I'm excited. Thank you everyone who has watched my videos, share, comment. You mean everything to me. Looking forward to thriving in 2025. So today, forgiving others is an important step in healing. But do you know what might be even harder? Forgiving yourself. Let's be honest. We often are our toughest critics, right? We replay mistakes, carry guilt, hold on to shame long after the moment has passed. But let me tell you something. You cannot live your best life if you're still punishing yourself for being human. Today we're focusing on 7 steps to help you forgive yourself, because showing yourself grace is one of the most powerful things you can do. So take a deep breath, grab a journal, and simply reflect as we walk through this together. This is your mentor moment. So step 1, practice self-forgiveness. Why is it important? Carrying guilt or shame is like walking through life with a weight on your back. You deserve to set that weight down. Actionable step. Take a moment to say or write this. I forgive myself. And then insert for what? What's been holding you back? I am more than my mistakes. So let's practice it now together. I forgive myself because I am more than my mistake. You don't have to get it perfect. Just start somewhere. Step number 2, maintain boundaries. Why it's important. Forgiving yourself means committing to making better choices for your future. Boundaries help you protect your peace and your growth. Actionable step. Think of one area where you've struggled. Maybe it's saying yes when you mean no, or letting others treat you in ways that don't align with your worth. Write down one boundary you're ready to set to honor your growth. Step number 3, recognize misconceptions. Why it's important. Forgiving yourself doesn't mean forgetting or excusing mistakes. It's about learning and growing from them. Actionable step, reflect on the truth. Forgiveness doesn't erase the past. It sets me free to build a better future. Say it with me. I am not my mistakes. I am my growth from them. Repeat this as often as you need. Step number 4, use practical tools. Why it's important. Sometimes forgiveness requires consistent effort, and tools like journaling, praying, or counseling can help you guide through the process. Actionable step. Start a journal entry today. Write about what happened, what you learned, and how you want to move forward. If it feels overwhelming, even one sentence is a step in the right direction. Step number 5, reflect on Scripture. Why it's important. Scripture reminds us of God's forgiveness and love. If He can forgive us, we owe it to ourselves to accept that grace. Actionable step. Meditate on this verse. Isaiah 1:18. Though your sins are like scarlet, they shall be as white as snow. Think about what it means to let God's forgiveness wash over you. Step number 6, identify the need to forgive. Why it's important. Sometimes we're so used to holding on to guilt that we don't even realize it's there. Actionable step. Ask yourself, what mistake or regret am I still carrying? Write it down and reflect on why it's time to let it go. Remember, self-forgiveness is not weakness, it's courage. Step number 7, reframe the narrative. Why is it important? Every mistake has a lesson, and every lesson brings growth. Reframing helps you focus on what you gained rather than what you lost. Actionable step. Write down one positive thing that came out of your mistake. Maybe it taught you resilience, patience, or compassion. Celebrate that growth. It's a part of your journey. Mentor moment wrap up. So as I wrap up, let me tell you this. Forgiveness, whether it's for yourself or others, isn't a one-time event. It's a practice, a decision that you choose to do every day. It's peace over pain. So by forgiving yourself, you're not erasing the past, you're empowering your future. You're saying, I deserve to live my best life, free from guilt and shame. And we definitely deserve to live our best life. That's what we're here for, the Passionoy life. So I challenge you to take one of these steps today, just one, and remember, grace starts with you. Now we've tackled forgiving ourselves. Let's wrap up this session with your success mission and your party favor. Because living your best life is about action, not just intention. So this is the time where I love to give a parting gift, which is the next step to the healing process, transformation, and living our best life. Club elites and VIPs that are still listening after all of this time. I know it's a long video. You are my MVPs of the Clubhouse. We've reached that time in the session where I thank you so much for being here with me today. We're diving into this journey of forgiveness together. Your presence in the Clubhouse is paramount. It's not easy to reflect on forgiveness, whether it's for others or for ourselves, but you've shown up, and that's the first step towards living your best life. As a special thank you to keep you empowered after this long session, I've created a declaration of forgiveness and a forgiveness journal just for you. This PDF is packed with tools to help you continue the journey. The Declaration of Forgiveness is a powerful affirmation guide to release resentment, embrace healing, and welcome peace into your life. You can read it out loud whenever you feel the weight of unforgiveness creeping in. It's like a reset for your heart and mind. And then the Forgiveness Journal is a guided journaling exercise to help you reflect deeply on who you need to forgive and why it matters and how you can release the burden. It's not just about forgiving others, but also about extending grace to yourself. These tools are designed to support you, inspire you, and remind you that forgiveness is a gift to yourself. You can find the link in the download of this video, your party favor description box below. Make sure you grab it and keep it close. You never know when you'll need it. And so now on to the success mission. Now let me take a moment to say congratulations. You made it through one of the most transformative sessions in the Clubhouse today. Forgiveness isn't easy. It requires reflection and courage and a willingness to grow, but you did it. I want you to take a moment to celebrate this step, whether it's a small victory or a major breakthrough. You've done the work, and so many times we shy away from it, and I'm so proud of you. So remember, living your best life is a journey. It's not about being perfect. It's about showing up for who you are for yourself every day, and even when it gets hard. Forgiveness is a daily practice. It's not something you do once and forget. Keep choosing grace. Keep releasing what no longer serves you, and keep making space for joy and freedom. Here's your mission for the week. Use the Declaration of Forgiveness or start the Forgiveness Journal. Take just 10 minutes to reflect and take one step forward. You deserve the peace that comes with letting go, and I know you can do it. As we close out today, I want to leave you with this. The Passionoy life isn't about where you've been, it's about where you're going. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a step towards your best self. So until we meet again, Club Elites and VIPs, keep rising, keep growing, and keep forgiving. Let's live our best lives together today, tomorrow, and every day after that. It's that time, Club Elites and VIPs. We've learned all this Passionoy goodness, but it's up to us now. We've got to live it, breathe it, walk it out every single day. I'm so excited about what's in store. God has great plans for your life. The Passionoy life isn't just something we talk about. It's how we rise into our best selves. So until we meet again in the clubhouse, live your best life more today than you did in 2024, and even more tomorrow. The clubhouse never closes, but the after party is just getting started. Dive into all the valuable resources that we have on the Passionoy Face List and here in the clubhouse. Keep living your best life one video at a time. Like, comment, and subscribe, and share. Be a blessing to someone. This is your time to invest in you. Hang out and explore, and I'll see you next time right here in the clubhouse.